On July 10, 2020, a man walked into local Walmart store and bought 2 bottles of bleach. To the shopkeeper, this was just another ordinary transaction. Little did he know the man's stepdaughter had been missing for past 10 hours.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw her?
9:30.
Last night? Henry, you don't know where your daughter is, you don't know your address, and you don't know your phone number.
For real, I'm finna give it to you now.
As the clock ticked away, the guilt weighed heavily on man's heart, pushing him to conceal his horrific crime.
Oh my God, this is giving me a headache.
I'll write some things down.
But the pertinent question before us is, who is this guy? What happened on July the 10th, 2020? And how fate betrayed this man?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean...
Welcome back to my channel. My name is AJ Abbasi. I'm new on YouTube, so your review about my video and content will mean a lot to me.
Henry Dinkins is accused of kidnapping and killing Breasia Terrell.
There was hope, but then the worst of fears of her family came true today. And
nearly at 11 p.m. on July 9th, 2020, the bell of Henry's home rang. As he opened the door, it was his 10-year-old stepdaughter, Breasia Terrell. Breasia was there to spend time with her stepbrother, as Henry had a son with her mother, Aisha Langford. Her innocent face glittered with a smile as she had no idea it was her last night. At morning of July 10th, Henry made a call to Aisha, informing her about sudden and suspicious disappearance of Breasia.
She's gonna be with a friend inside some apartment.
That's
most
why
likely.
I said I'm gonna still look.
Okay.
We don't know anybody out here though. That's the thing.
Okay.
She would have never. She would have never. First of all, she would have never woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she would have never.
What you mean? 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm just saying.
That ain't what I said. I never
I know
said.
you
Guys,
didn't say that.
this isn't the time to fight.
Exactly. I don't give a about you walking. You lost her though.
How did you lose?
Because you was watching her, Henry. What do you mean?
But hey,
I'm gone, sir. Come on, Dean.
listen to me. Well, you guys gotta come together right now. This isn't a time to fight about it.
Here, I think it was negligence on part of Aisha too, as Henry had a very bad past with kids. In 1990, when he was just 17 years old, Henry was convicted for sexually abusing a 5-year-old kid. That is why he was marked as a sex offender for rest of his life. In March 2020, he was released on parole just a few months before Breasia's disappearance. When the cops arrived at scene, they noticed confusing body language of Henry.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw her?
9:30.
Last night?
9:30.
Okay. Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
She was in the bed when I woke up.
She was in the bed?
Yeah.
When you went to bed last night? Okay.
It's crazy, man. This is like, you know what I'm saying? I know she stir for big brother.
Yeah. D-I-N.
K-I-N-S.
Your date of birth, Henry?
August 2nd, 72.
Is this your home address?
No.
What's your address?
It's down by Ralston Carino.
Just a guy, just...
Yeah, I just know that.
You don't know your
I don't know the
address?
full address.
Do you know your phone number?
Hell no, I don't even know that either. I swear to God, I don't.
Henry, you don't know where your daughter is, you don't know your address, and you don't know your phone number.
No, for real. I'm finna
So,
give it to you now.
which revealed more than intended, betraying his attempts to conceal his horrific crime.
No picture, I got no. What do you want me to do?
What am I supposed to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
All
get
thing
it.
I can do is
Henry,
look.
I get it, I
All
get
I
it.
can do is look.
I get it, Henry. Henry, let's go inside the apartment one more time.
So the cops arrested him and brought him in for interrogation.
I'm glad you're able to make it down. Alright, I was gonna come down, man. It just makes it easier. You just make contact with you right away.
But I was right there with the officer when I called.
What was any left, sir?
Because she left and it was Aisha, and it made me mad because she was, basically blaming it all on me.
Today we will focus on the psychological aspects of this interrogation.
Let's just start with your head of the game for this.
Right.
H-E-N-R-Y?
Yes, sir.
And then please spell your last name for me. R-E-N. That's
I'm not quietness, so you don't have to go out to eat it.
Middle initial.
E.
Date of birth.
August 2nd, 72.
Good phone number for you.
I don't know the minute. It's out there.
Okay. And then the address is your address up there.
I live in my mobile.
It was.
I don't know the address. I just know it's right there by
Nestle Perinas.
right there and right there. That stuff.
And
what else? It's a mobile home.
Mobile home. And is it on Schmidt Road?
Yes, yeah.
And what does it look like?
It's all white.
But
it's not King Highway, yo.
King Highway?
Yep.
And say if I were to go on Rockingham,
all you gotta do is go down, you will see them
on Schmidt, take a left on Schmidt Road,
take the Schmidt Road, go down, and you will see like the back of the trailers, you will see them. And then,
like the semi-trailers?
Semi-trailers, yeah. And then you pull into there and you will see it right there.
Okay. All white, and then it says 19?
King's Highway.
And that's where you stayed?
Yeah.
Is there an address associated with
I mean, I don't know the address, you know what I mean? But there's an address of the building.
Okay.
But I don't know the address on the building.
In the opening moments of interrogation, Henry displayed visible signs of cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance is a psychological state of mental discomfort or tension that occurs when a person holds two or more conflicting beliefs, values, or attitudes, or when their actions contradict their self-image or moral code.
Did you drive her car here, or
I'm gonna leave that blank.
what do you mean? Well, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I kind of get where you're going at, but is her car parked out front?
No.
Where's her Impala at?
Her Impala's with my homie right now, so
where at?
They're moving around in it.
And his hesitation to speak plainly indicates this mental conflict.
Mental conflict refers to the internal psychological struggle a suspect experiences when their actions, thoughts, or values are in direct opposition, especially when facing interrogation.
And then do you have any other biological?
No, I raised Briasia.
Since how old was she?
My baby.
Okay. And so you raised her with Aisha?
Yes.
How long were you and Aisha together for?
Like 2 years. But we stayed close friends.
But you guys stay close. So how long? So you
We've been friends all the way to now.
Okay. How long ago did you guys break up? Break it off?
It's like 6 years ago. I'm only guessing that.
Yeah, approximate though.
Right.
As Henry starts talking about Brescia, there is visible sign of inconsistency in his statement.
So the Taurus Brescia are kind of what you consider your kids. Is that fair to say? Okay. And so did you pick them up yesterday, or when did you pick them up from Aisha, or how did that exchange go?
Me and I. But we're trying to stay cool right now.
This is classic sign of deceptive behavior. Psychology tells us when someone lies, their story often lacks the fluidity and coherence of truth.
Me and Aisha, I had seen them, and they said they wanted to come to spend time with me.
What do you mean?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. And where at?
I don't even remember. But they wanted to spend time with me. And, you know me, I'm like, yeah, y'all just spend time. You know, so like, I don't know, bro. It's just like crazy. It's just great.
His attempt to present himself as the concerned father figure is also a form of emotional manipulation, trying to pull on officers' sympathies, but it's not working.
Emotional manipulation is a psychological tactic where someone uses emotions, either their own or others, to control, influence, or distract from the truth.
So, what time did you see them yesterday?
Holding back.
Was it early in the morning, late in the evening?
It was probably in the afternoon.
And this was at Aisha's house.
I don't remember where we was talking, but I picked them up at Aisha's mom's house. So I don't remember what time, Seth.
Like evening, what time of day?
Well, I think it was around the evening time.
Evening time. So you picked them up from Aisha, and what car were you in when you picked them up?
I think it was the Apollo. I don't know. I probably was the Gray. I don't know.
Okay.
Dinkins' inability to recall key details like the time he picked up the children or what car he drove is an example of selective memory.
Selective memory is a psychological phenomenon where a person remembers only certain details of an event, often those that are less incriminating or emotionally distressing, while forgetting others.
Was there, shop periodically check them and make sure they was good enough, because we had the air conditioner on, so I plug it because it gets too cold. Okay, so I pretty much, saying, like I said, when I realized that, and it's kind of odd because I never known a breed to ever leave, ever. Never, ever leave. It was just odd, you know what I mean? And when I realized it, like I said, I was looking around, and then when I came back, Andrea was up. She like, what's wrong? I'm like, man, it's something ain't right. I was freaking out a little bit. So she like, I'm like, man, I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me see. Gotta figure this shit out. And you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want her stressing. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then when I came back, I grabbed Dean. And I'm like, and he like, Dad, where is Bree? I said, I don't know. He's like, and then we roll around, and then I text his mom. When I text his mom, she was at work, and she was like, hey, Bree's missing. She's like, well, he stopped playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Just stop playing with me. So I'm like, man, no, I'm not playing. I'm for real. And she was like, stop playing with me. I said, look, man, I'm not playing. So I gave Dink the phone. Dink told her, like, Ma, we don't know where she at. So then he handed me the phone back, and I'm like, I got to talk to him, like, man, come on, mad. And he said,
Here Henry becomes visibly defensive and frustrated, a classic response when someone's guilt is being exposed. His focus on blaming his ex-girlfriend Aisha for his troubles is a form of projection.
Projection is a defense mechanism where a person blames others for thoughts, feelings, or actions they themselves are guilty of. Instead of taking responsibility, they push their own emotions or wrongdoings onto someone else.
Dad, I don't understand why Mom mad at you. You haven't done nothing. I'm like, I mean, but I'm still responsible. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, don't know what to say or do. I'm like, don't know what to say or do. So then me and her met up, and she was like,
You and Aisha met up?
Where at Burger King.
Okay.
And Aisha was like really upset. And I said, I understand how you coming. I feel what you're saying right now, but you stressing out right now. It's not going to help us out right now. You know what I mean? We have to figure this shit out, So I was like, well, you're responsible, and it made me feel so fucking bad because, I am responsible, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
He's externalizing his guilt by attributing blame to others.
What do you do immediately after you notice Bree's not?
Like, oh, I want somebody call time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, first thing I did, I went outside.
Okay. And then Like just around the area, or did you get in a car and drive?
I went around the area first.
Okay.
When the officers place the map in front of Dinkins and ask him to mark where he searched for Brescia, his inability to engage is a psychological defense tactic known as avoidance behavior.
Avoidance behavior is when a person tries to dodge topics, questions, or situations that cause stress, guilt, or fear, especially those that might reveal the truth or incriminate them.
And then I started moving around, like trying to get close within the areas, you know what I mean? Trying to look to see if she was walking, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
And for the sake of, I'm not letting him you off on a driving charge. If you went and drove and tried to find her in certain places, I went in the area where, out there, you know what I'm saying, like trying to see around the apartment complex.
No, like outside, you know what I'm saying, like when I put in, I would have like those businesses and stuff like that, like the streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, like, you know,
the nearby streets.
I don't know what streets. I mean, I don't.
He doesn't want to provide specifics because doing so would require him to face the reality of his involvement.
So, do you remember at what point, or approximately at what point of the night you realized Bree was gone?
I don't remember what time it was. But
were you sitting around and then kind of like run me through again of when you noticed she was gone?
Like, you know, when I came back the second time
after being off for like 45 minutes,
yeah, I did like a little check, you know, and she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and you don't know what time you got back?
Roughly, I don't remember.
Dinkins' shifting statement, like not knowing the time or location of his phone, could be a sign of dissociation.
Dissociation is a psychological defense mechanism where a person mentally disconnects from their thoughts, emotions, or surroundings, especially during extreme stress or trauma.
You had no idea until after you spoke with Aisha? Did she know Brescia was gone?
Yeah, I guess she did. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know if she went in the hole.
Okay.
That's one thing I don't know if she went in the ring, so.
But she knew you were upset or you were panicking about something, but she didn't know.
But I know when I came back to get Dink was laying on the couch.
Okay.
Dink was in the bed at first.
Yep.
So evidently she knew that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That Bree is not, and I gotcha. You know, I mean, we didn't talk about that, but I mean, it's like common sense type of thing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, so they're putting two and two together.
Gotcha.
At this point, Dinkins is growing visibly more anxious. His inability to recall key facts and his shifting emotion, going from frustration to guilt, shows the internal conflict he is experiencing.
And sometime during that time, you call Aisha, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you guys meet at Burger King?
Yes.
Okay.
No, McDonald's, not Burger King. McDonald's, on Kimberly.
On Kimberly, like
Eastern. Yeah, it wasn't no Burger King. It was McDonald's.
As Dinkins continues to talk about searching for Brescia, his narrative becomes increasingly fragmented. He is focusing more on his confusion than on the urgency of finding the missing child. This can be explained by emotional repression.
Emotional repression is a defense mechanism where a person unconsciously pushes down painful or uncomfortable feelings so they don't have to confront them.
So you guys meet there in that parking lot, or did you guys go inside at all? Or?
No, because she was mad. And she was like serious, you know what I'm saying? She really didn't want to talk to them. It's me. But on the thing she kept saying, you're responsible. You know, so why was it you watching? I'm like, what you mean? Lee, the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Who watches, you know what I'm saying? I periodically check, but
as Dinkins become more defensive, he starts focusing on how responsible he is.
You know what I'm saying? I periodically check, but
which is a key psychological tactic he uses to deflect blame. The detectives pick up on this and recognizes that he is trying to shift focus from Brescia's disappearance to his own sense of guilt over his actions.
Do you think you're at Vince's place for?
He wasn't there.
No, I'm talking about when you took kids there after picking them up from
the shit for a while.
Several hours probably.
Maybe it was some hours. I know it was some hours.
Was it dark when you guys got home from Vince's?
No, it was still
a little late.
It was still,
Okay.
When the detective asked about his whereabouts after leaving the apartment, they employ the tactic of distraction. They keep Dinkins talking about minor details, like his trips to Vince's and the store, to keep him off balance.
Oh my God, this is giving me a headache. I'll write some things down.
The detective knows that by making Dinkins focus on irrelevant detail, he will start to lose track of bigger narrative, making it easier for them to expose contradictions.
And you just left your phone in the apartment.
Yeah, I really wasn't thinking about the phone. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh no, for sure.
That wasn't a priority. And I was getting ready to leave my phone when I grabbed the day, because, you know what I'm saying? But that's when Henry, take your phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm like, where is it? So, and then that's when I grabbed my phone.
And that's how you're able to
communicate
with Aisha. But you never called 911?
That. Because I really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I really wasn't for sure. I didn't doubt. I should have doubted 911, but I really wasn't for sure. You know what I mean? So I didn't doubt.
As Dinkins become more defensive about his phone,
and Lil D came out and said that the officer's outside. I said, okay, I'm coming outside. So I went outside. He was so mad she didn't even want to give him information. I'm like, all right, you got to get a man information. You have to be able to send him. And then, you know what I'm saying? She walked away. That's when I walked in, because I was just as mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, is you fucking serious? You know what I'm saying? That's what I called my. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And it made me mad, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, who doesn't give the fucking information? I don't have no picture of Bree. You know what I'm saying? I have just like 1 or 2 pictures, period, in my phone with a little date. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a lot of pictures of him in other phones, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have them in this phone.
Okay.
So, but kind of didn't.
Did you talk to anyone when you're out looking?
I was just looking, you know what I'm saying? Just looking. I've been through the whole area. Almost all of this area. Almost.
So what ones have you not been to?
I haven't went over there by Castlewood. I haven't went over there. I went over what's the Emi's over there.
Well, no, so this is 53rd.
Oh, no, okay.
This is
I thought this was the whole.
No.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
so you went all these streets.
I done drove all through here, all around through there. I mean, I don't get Brady, Harrison, fucking. I mean, I just, you know, the furthest I went is all the way down, you know, just like.
All the way down where?
Like all the way downtown. Just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you circle one area, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just continue to go through every area. I've been everywhere. I'm not going to say where and what streets.
Okay.
I just know I've been all through here.
And, did you stop at any, did you go inside while you're looking? Did you go stop anywhere and talk to anyone, ask them if they've seen someone? Do you remember any places that you did that with?
I didn't do.
You didn't do that? Okay.
I just moved around.
Okay. So you were strictly in your car the entire time? Okay. In the Impala, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got back the second time, when you saw Dink on the couch, did Andrea then say anything to you? Did Andrea ask anything or say anything to you?
All things she asked me is like, what's flying out?
Okay.
That's all she said.
And then what'd you tell her?
I didn't tell her nothing. I was like, man, right now I'm frustrated. I'm looking. I should have said something to her, but I assumed that she knew from Lil Dink being on the couch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, right now, man, I don't even know how to talk right now. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know how to talk at all. Because they were out there
telling her.
Yes.
Gotcha. So there's no,
like, I'm not going to draw no map because I really don't know where I was going. I was just moving around, just going around. You know what I mean? Not no spot in particular. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go in no stores because when I was moving around, after I talked to Aisha and her mom said they was gonna move around too. You know what I'm saying? So I assumed that if all of us was moving around, you know what I'm saying, like even Andrea was moving around and she, you know, yeah. So I mean, there was no sense in me staying close to them. It's just like traveling, you know what I'm saying, the more grounds you can pick up.
And then, I'm sorry, who else was moving around looking?
And
Andrea drove around?
No, walking around.
Like walking around the apartment complex or walking further?
Complexes. And then further. I don't know where else she walked to. Some guys told me she was walking. Okay. Around looking.
Gotcha.
Aisha mom was looking. Aisha auntie was looking. Aisha was looking. Aisha uncle, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people, bro.
Yep, I got you.
So,
and so was there any texts going around like about the situation, or is it just the phone calls?
I think there was like 1 or 2 texts.
1 or 2 texts?
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And so would you be fine if we downloaded the phone to have the call logs and the text?
For what reason?
To corroborate everything here about the call logs and the text. It helps everyone out.
The detectives use a calm approach to maintain control. Their question about the phone and the search for evidence are deliberately posed to provoke guilt.
Well, that's what I asked. I said I will open it for you. Yeah, but I'm not going to give you my password. Okay. I will open it for you so you can look at my phone. But I'm not going to give you my password. And then you're just going to lock at the... Yes, right after you finish looking. Yeah. I will let you look in there. I had no problem with you looking. Okay, that's something I don't have no problem. Okay. Is it? My mind is not even on my phone.
You recently got this phone too, though, right? Yeah.
No, I had this phone for a minute, bro.
I think, well, just a new phone number?
Yeah. No, this number.
Because you said you didn't know it. That's what I was.
I don't know my number. All I know is it's 7272 cents.
Then so you leave the apartment while the officers are there, and then where you go?
Aisha left first.
Okay. Aisha leaves, and then
I left.
Okay. And where'd you go after? Like,
I was just so mad. I was just rolling around. I was still looking, you know what I'm saying? But I was just riding, you know, just looking around, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I really marked specifically like some places that you checked or names of businesses. Did you make it downtown here?
And I came all the way. I went through the whole city there.
Did you go back to your mobile home at all?
Yes, me and Lil Dick went down.
You this morning?
Yeah. Once we was looking, you know what I'm saying? We got to looking, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I needed to grab, what was it? I think it was a couple dollars, but that I did. Somebody.
So because I was starting, was that before or after you saw Aisha?
I saw Aisha. Open her. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean,
they are laying the groundwork for Dinkins to feel that his refusal to cooperate is a sign of his involvement.
And then so Aisha makes contact with you over the phone, and you're down.
I made contact with Aisha.
Yeah, you called her. After then, was there a reason why you weren't answering your phone or text messages or anything?
No, because no, I'm not mad at this time. My phone be acting up sometimes.
Okay,
like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the phone is about this phone, but sometimes I gotta text people first in order to call me, and I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But anybody, you know, when I go through it and see it, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was moving around, my mind really wasn't on the phone. You know what I'm saying? My mind was on Aisha phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, she found her or something, but anybody else's phone call I really wasn't concerned about. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about no other phone call but Aisha. But at first, Aisha said she tried to call me a couple times. You know what I'm saying? It didn't ring. You know what I mean? But once I looked at the phone and I called her back, you know what I'm saying? And once I got to talking to Aisha.
And so when you said you meet us at the station, where'd you go after that?
My sisters.
2 sisters?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Out by the cemetery.
Like on East End?
Oh yeah, out by the cemetery.
You know the address?
No, I don't.
What's your sister's name?
Nita. Well, what my sister got to do with this?
Well, she wasn't. So I know the address, so I can look it up. You know what I mean?
McQuay.
McQuay?
Yes.
Can you spell that for me?
NCQUAY.
Anita is just Nita.
NITA.
So then you went there, but you said they were out of town. You didn't make any contact there. And then where'd you go after that?
Here.
Here? Okay.
Here.
Oh, and then.
Well, they told me to give him. Well, I talked to the officer. I said, well, I want to at least have my mom and my sister come down with me. And she said, I'm kidding. Well, just be out here. I think it was a female. She said, come down can you be down there by 12? I said, yeah, I can make it down there by 12. I'm saying. So I left from there. I left from my sister. I came straight here.
Okay. And then, so how is your car not here? You know what I mean?
I came straight here.
I get that, but the car that you were driving is the Impala, and the Impala's not here.
The detective knows that a guilt-ridden suspect often tries to present themselves as a victim.
Because you left there in a vehicle, I'm
not trying to make it hard wrong.
Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, literally, as for the situation with the driving aspect,
I'm not looking for the driving. I'm looking for the car.
I'm keeping that solo with the.
No, that's fine. I'm more concerned about the car.
I mean, if you want to check the car, you can check the car.
Yeah, we would like to do that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, without a problem.
Where is the car currently?
It's reachable.
Reachable as in,
I could get it to you guys at any time. That's basically what I said.
And also to the backtrack.
I mean, one thing about me, like I said, if I had any issues, I would never came down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm not gonna, pull, no extra, but then it come down to the, how I feel about the dollars.
And I know that, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm saying is your back trail of when you left the police asked you to stay there and you left, and all of a sudden there's this car you left in, but now we don't know where the car is.
You understand? Yeah, but I can, if you want to search the car, I can blame the car to search when you can.
And I'm just trying to also backtrack, like where. I mean, you don't have to say your driver. So you had the car and then you did. I just want to know where that transition took place.
It's reachable, bro. I just say like.
But you don't want to talk about how you eventually switched vehicles or.
Never switched. I mean, that was like, I switched no vehicles.
Okay.
Why would I switch a vehicle?
But then, so someone else was with you in the car?
Well, why would I switch vehicles? Where do you get to switch vehicles?
So the Impala, you left the apartment.
Okay.
And then now you're here at the station, but the Impala's not here.
It's around. I'll say it that way. It's around. Okay. It's around.
Around the block somewhere.
It's around.
Okay. That helps me better understand.
Yeah, I mean, as for the driving,
and I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Briasia, right?
Right. But it's the point that, I don't
want to get in trouble for something that's when you're trying to find Briasia. I get right. 100%. And so, but you can't think of, you've checked a lot of areas, and you haven't been.
I don't, but.
Tinkins repeatedly emphasizes his emotional distress and his feelings of being blamed, all while avoiding direct answers about the crime. The detectives allow him to vent, knowing it gives them insight into his mental state, while still carefully pressing him for contradiction. This psychological mirroring helps them further destabilize his narrative.
Breathing kind of heavy, is it?
I smoke a lot. And then I'm not, thinking about my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Anyone you could think of that would try to take Briasia?
Why? For what reason?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You know better than I would. Right?
I really like. The only person who would know better than me would be Aisha.
Yeah, but you can't think of anyone that would take her.
I can't see no reason why.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Bree's a good kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's a good kid. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely a good kid. Okay. Definitely a good kid.
Then before, you might have mentioned, I might have missed it. When you went to Vince's, after y'all already went home from Vince's and you went back and you didn't get an answer at the door, what was the reason that you went back there?
Cause that's where I'll be kicking up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, drink a beer. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Sit out, drink a beer, hang out a little bit, talk to, the yin yang, you know what I'm saying? That's as far as I go.
Okay. So did you call ahead of time?
No, I don't know. Sometimes I call, but 99% of the time, he don't have this wrong.
Okay.
So I don't call. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't call. Just go. Okay. I mean, like I said, my babies are good. You know what I'm saying? My son too. You know what I'm saying? They listen to me. You know what I'm saying? All my kids listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem with the kids. It's rough, though. It's rough. Even though she ain't my biological, but she's still my baby. You know what I'm saying? This was rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to not. What do you think that I got asthma too? So
yeah. What do you think happened?
Big bro, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not going to even try to even put a thumb on it, a finger on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because our communication was good all day.
With Bree?
With both.
With both as in
Vince and Bree.
Yeah.
Both my kids been A1 all day.
Okay.
A1 all day, bro.
And then
all day A1. Mm-hmm. But then I'm kind of like stopped up congestion a little bit too. So
yeah, gotcha.
It's like,
well, I can assure you, there's a bunch of people right now with the department going out there. We're trying to do.
I pray to God that they find my baby. You know what I mean? Because we need our help.
Definitely.
We need our gym.
And
yes, it's. And I know, like I said, I know I blame me because I should have more whacked off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know my baby mother. You know what I'm saying? She is like furious at me. Like, I never seen her this mad at me, ever.
Yeah.
But she got reasons. You know what I'm saying? Just like, if I would have had custody of my kids and I leave them over there and something happened, whether they bust a nose or get a scar or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You concerned about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely.
I'm not mad at Aisha. I'm just kind of salty that she won't really communicate with me. And you know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because her mom do. Even right now, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to Danilo on the phone.
Yeah.
And Danilo won't have her mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Danilo loves me. You know what I'm saying? And the whole family do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know what Aisha's going through. And it's just gonna take for her to.
And you know, some things that could help with that, right? Of her not being so mad at you.
She is.
No, hear me out here for a sec. To help ease some of that or lessen it, or for us to be able to go input more to her, is that your cooperation goes a long way with us. And it also is not going to make her so mad at you, right? So like if she finds out that, you know, the whole passcode phone, it is what it is, whatever, she might question that.
In the final moments of the interrogation, the detectives have successfully used psychological manipulation to break down Dinkins' resistance. His repeated emotional appeals and contradictory statement shows the stress of trying to maintain his lies. In March 2021, human remains were found by a fisherman in a pond north to Devonport.
This is not something that you see every day, so I picked it up and kind of just sat where I was and looked around, and that's when we found the other remains.
Those remains were later confirmed to be that of Bresia Terrell.
Human remains found in Clinton County have been confirmed to belong to Bresia Terrell.
2 months later, in May 2021, the 48-year-old Henry Dinkins was charged for kidnapping and murdering 10-year-old Bresia Terrell.
The court finds beyond a reasonable doubt that Bresia was shot by the defendant and that she died as a result of being shot. And the defendant did this act with malice aforethought, and the defendant acted willfully, deliberately, and premeditatedly.
The most important testimony was that of Bresia's stepbrother and Henry's own son, who testified in the court against Henry. He told the court about the events of the night and the following morning as an eyewitness.
At some point then, did you wake up again in the middle of the night?
Yes.
When you woke up the second time, what did you notice?
That she was gone.
When you say she, who are you talking about?
My sister.
How Henry bought 2 bottles of bleach from Walmart and how they went to an abandoned place.
What did the two of you do when you got to the RV?
He opened the trunk of the purple Impala and he grabbed out a bloody knife.
So he opened a, you said bloody knife?
A bloody knife, yeah.
From the trunk of his Impala?
Yeah.
During the cross-examination, he confirmed that he saw his father shooting his stepsister.
Either you were there when she was killed or you weren't.
I said, I guess.
I don't accept that answer, sir. Either you were there when she was shot or you weren't.
I was there. Damn.
After hearing the case in length, Henry was finally convicted in October 11, 2020. He was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole.
Being found guilty of forcible felony shall remain in the Scott County Jail pending sentencing without bond. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to share your review about this video.